So the story by Cerulean Voice is called The Ultimate Alicorn. The brief synopsis of this story is that it takes place during the event of Twilight's Kingdom, with Princess Twilight fighting Lord Tirek with the power of the Alicorn sisters and maidens.
Ooh.
And
so yes, I will link the story in the Skype chat and in the live stream chat. There you go.
And
I'm
for
excited.
Looks like the Digital Railroader has got our link for the Adam Savage cosplay. I'm gonna have to save it for later. Probably just post it.
Oh,
Come on, don't do this to me. Damn you, you freaking...
Yes.
goodness gracious, we missed you so much.
I miss you guys too.
Come on, work with me, Skype. Don't do this to me. Try to break you.
Alright, have we all got it up?
I do.
Let's give Gonzo a moment.
Anyways, here we go.
Are we ready?
Ready.
Time to click on and read The Ultimate Alicorn.
Let's roll it. Let's get this Halloween banging off, right? This is The Ultimate Alicorn by Cerulean Voice. A powerful explosion rocked the outskirts of the Everfree as two colossal forces of energy collided, annihilating anything contained within the ensuing blast's radius. The powers of light, tranquility, magic, and love, combined with the stolen powers of nature, flight, magic, and chaos in a blinding display, lighting up the sky like a second sun. When the light faded and the dust cleared, two figures stood facing one another. Panting, Twilight Sparkle raised her head to glare at her adversary, the gargantuan mutated... Try that again. The gargantuan mutated centaur, Lord Tirek. Her heart hammered from the adrenaline and exertion of 4 alicorns worth of power cascading from her horn. Dirt creased her face. Light scuff marks and scratches adorned every inch of her body. She raised a solitary hoof and wiped 2 drops of sweat from her face, smearing the dust across her cheek in a brown streak. Opposite her, the behemoth glared down at her, also breathing heavier than he had been 2 minutes earlier. His mammoth horns rose high into the air, adding all the more intimidation to his fearsome visage. He towered over the nearby trees, almost level with many background hills. Oh boy, I get to do my Tirek impression for the first time.
Yay!
Yay!
It appears we're at an impasse, Tirek growled. He cocked his head lightly and grinned, and he clicked his fingers. Twilight's eyes widened at the sight before her. All of her friends, even Discord, appeared above T-Rex's head, each set suspended in transparent magical bubbles. How about a trade, Princess Twilight? All 7 of Twilight's friends stared with dulled eyes at the sight of her disheveled self. Almost misread that for a second. Twilight brought a hoof to her mouth and gasped at all 3 of... why did I... Bleh! Can't English.
Yes.
Gasped at all of their blank flanks. Even Discord seemed miserable, refusing to look at her. Their release for all the Alicorn magic in Equestria. As one, each of her friends cried out in fear. Discord muttered something indiscernible to Fluttershy before T-Rex Bellow interrupted them. He stamped a towering hoof. Enough! I want an answer, and I want it now! Twilight gazed up at her friends. Various possible outcomes flittered through her head.
What do I do? Do I give up Equestria's remaining magic and pray for a miracle? Can I truly place the fate of every pony and all other life upon the contents of the box? I still don't even have the final key. And with my friends held captive...
There is another way. A voice in the back of her mind piped up. You could always retrieve it.
No!
She shook her head.
It's far too dangerous. We all saw how it twists the minds of its bearer. No pony must ever be allowed to wear it again.
I wonder what this thing could be.
Pray tell.
Oh, this could clue us in. But you have a stronger mind than that flashy show mare. Think about it. its power could easily help you overcome this tyrant of fear and tragedy. You would be wearing it all for an hour, easily enough time for you to send this beast back to where he belongs and remove it from your neck before the corruption kicks in. Oh, God.
Yeah, right. I bet it'd be instantaneous.
Twilight shifted her gaze from her friends to the ground. Her eyes moved back and forth for a moment before she closed them briefly.
I can't believe I'm even considering this. Tirek, you had better keep them alive enough for... You better keep them alive long enough for them to watch you dissolve into shadow. I'll be back to return you to the depths soon.
Twilight spun on the spot and bent her knees. She rocketed over the deserted plains toward the Everfree's edge. As the ground raced past beneath her, she crushed her eyelids together against the wind and willed the tears away.
Forgive me, my friends.
You can do it, Twilight! We believe in you! Know what you gotta do, Twi! We'll be okay! Hurry back! Tirek's mouth hung slightly open at the princess's actions. He closed his mouth and turned toward his 7 captives. Well, I can honestly say I'm surprised. I thought for sure she would give up her magic and save you all. So much for the magic of friendship. Ouch.
Well, fuck you, Tirek.
Mm-hmm.
Asshole.
He laughed a great laugh that shook the Earth's foundations again, while in the distance a purple light flashed. His eyes gleamed a dangerous gold when he returned his attention to his prisoners. You just wait! Rainbow Dash cried. Twilight will be right back, and when she returns, she's gonna kick your flanks so hard, you'll fly further than I have in my whole life!
Nah, that didn't even feel right.
Yeah. Tirek simply laughed and cast his glowing eyes upon Rainbow. Whatever you say, it seems to me that your friend cares more for her own skin. I admit, I'm surprised. No matter. We may be equal in strength and raw power, but sooner or later her stamina will wear thin, and when it does, she will be unable to flee from or resist me any longer. I will obtain her magic! He clicked his fingers once again. Discord floated forward and came to rest before Tirek. His eyes shrank to pinpricks as Tirek's own bored into his. The others all cried out who their capsules stayed put. Twilight Sparkle has abandoned you all, whether you admit that or not. As such, none of you serve any more purpose. Now, I'm going to have a little fun while I wait for your precious princess to return. The great Tirek shall see how she fights when her reasons for doing so, along with her spirit, have been crushed! Oh boy.
Well, so much for the TVY rating.
Yep.
Yeah. Twilight appeared at the forest's edge 3 seconds later. With a gasp, she collapsed against a tree and let her head fall beneath a single supporting hoof.
Oh, Celestia, forgive me. I've abandoned my friends.
She shook her head and straightened. Into the forest she fled, blasting trees, boulders, and timber wolves. Hello!
Oh.
Well,
Trees, boulders, and timber wolves alike from her path.
Fluttershy would hate this level of destruction to the woodland creature's habitat. I can always fix it later, though.
The same way you could fix the golden oaks? The other voice said, once more emerging from the depths of her mind. Well, fuck you too.
Yes, I will fix all the destruction that Equestria has suffered. Her mountains, her trees, by Celestia. I will make it all right again.
Twilight continued to gallop into the heart of the forest at an incredible speed. She rounded a final corner and found herself at her destination. Wasting no more time, Twilight rammed her shoulders into the door and burst into the tree hut. She began immediately combing the shelves that were filled with assorted voodoo paraphernalia and plant extracts, her eyes flying wildly from side to side.
Forgive me if my question is poor, but why have you so destroyed my door?
Yay, Zecora!
sorry?
Twilight's gaze shifted from the yieldless shelves and onto the stiff zebra before her. Zecora's eyes were narrowed and a single eyebrow raised.
Oh, I'm so sorry about all of this, Zecora, really. I promise I'll fix it all soon. But right now, the fate of Equestria hinges on your next words. Please, Tell me where you've stowed the Alicorn amulet.
What?
Twilight,
Oh,
are
no.
you...
Are you
God
serious?
damn it! Have you got brain damage?
I hope. Need I remind you, Twilight, you already have the powers of 3 Royal Alicorns inside you.
Twilight, you cannot be serious.
You
3.
can't do this.
This is not like a good idea. This is terrible. Terrible, I tell you.
Oh boy. Zecora took a step back and let out a high whinny.
Princess Twilight, have you taken leave of your senses? Wearing that amulet will have dire consequences.
Thank you.
I need it, Zecora. This is a matter of literal life and death. It's the only way I can overpower and stop Tirek from destroying Equestria.
The only way?
The only way the only way she could possibly think of, because the box, it's out of the question for her.
For the moment, yeah. 2 flashes later, Twilight appeared in front of Zecora and shook her by the shoulders.
Please. Let's see. It's Twilight? Okay.
Yeah.
Please, don't make me destroy your house looking for it.
Ugh.
Just tell me where it is. Every second I delay places my friends at an even greater risk.
Jesus, Twilight.
Twilight, take it easy.
She lowered her hooves and faced Zecora with her shining purple eyes, hoping that the zebra would see the urgency contained within them.
Please, Princess, I implore you to a halt. Equestria will fall, and it will be all your fault.
Hard truth, but yeah.
Damn.
Twilight screamed with exasperation and blew a hole through Zecora's ceiling. Jesus!
I hope this is not one of those unfortunate moments where her Alicorn magic backfires.
Doesn't seem like it, Gonzo, because she hovered up to one of the zebra's shelves and with a single flick of her mane sent potions, artifacts, and photographs crashing to the floor.
Zecora, I mean it. I will reduce this tree to splinters if I have to.
Shit, this bitch means business.
God damn. You don't face the Alicorn rage. You don't fuck with that. Oh,
You
boy.
don't.
Zecora bowed her head and sighed.
I can see there is no persuading you. Very well. I will aid with what you feel must do. But know that I hang on the edge of despair, for this manipulation of yours is most unfair.
Mm-hmm. She trotted into her side bedroom, Twilight's anxious stare following her. She retrieved a golden key from beneath her bed and approached the ever-free tassel trap plant on her windowsill. The plant began to shoot its short tentacles and snap its jaws as she drew closer. Zecora hummed a short tune, following it up with some choice zebrakin words. Excuse me, zebrakin?
Huh, that's new.
The plant ceased its attempt to claim her face and opened wide, where it sat motionless in complete silence. Zecora lifted the plant by its tentacles and inserted her key into the golden lock the plant had been guarding. With a shiver and a final prayer to herself, she placed a hoof under the Alicorn amulet and lifted it from its pedestal inside the box. Oh boy.
Oh, no.
A tremble ran through the oh, fuck.
He's coming.
Hurry, Zecora, he's getting closer.
Zecora emerged from her room with the amulet in her grasp.
Here is what you seek, Princess Twilight. With this mighty amulet, you will surely win your fight. Keep it no longer than necessary, then return it to me immediately.
Yeah, we'll see how that goes.
Is it me, or did she kind of lose her rhyming at the end there?
Necessary
Yeah,
immediately? I guess I got the least, or whatever. E.
Oh well.
I'll let it slide for now.
Oh boy. Twilight snatched the amulet out of the zebra's hoof and stared at the shining jewel in the center, the way the pair of dark wings stretched out over the top of it. The inset red eyes seemed to cast their own glow against the silver jewelry. She shivered for the briefest of moments before she fled from the hut. On her way out, she sparked up her hoard. Shattered possessions reformed and returned to their shelves, while the broken door floated up back again to its hinges. Well, at least she fixed up what she fucked up.
Yeah.
But that's only a small thing. That's... oh, God.
No.
Zecora opened the door and observed the red flash in the room. Oh, fucking hell.
Twilight Sparkle may win this fight, yet her methods are far from how I hoped she might.
Oh, God. All the ways you could have gone through this, Twilight, you had to go with the Alicorn amulet.
Oh, come on.
Did you not learn anything from Magic Duel?
I was going to say, yeah.
I guess she
saw
was
what
like
that
running
fucking
out of
thing did to
options.
Trixie.
Yeah. Twilight Sparkle is worst student.
Burn. Celestia is not amused. Twilight materialized at the opposite side of the Everfree, accompanied by a bright flash. Her eyes blazed scarlet with renewed intensity.
If Trixie could wield such power, she, a mere unicorn, what are the bounds of my own? Do I even have any limits now?
She shot a beam of crackling light into the distance. 5
That-
kilometers... What?
I was gonna say, that answer your question?
Yeah. 5 kilometers away, a mountain dissolved into a gigantic cloud of dust. Holy crap!
Jesus!
Well, that answered your question.
Okay, so, Alicorn Amulet and 3 Alicorn Sisters power is totally fucking dead for you.
That's fucking OP. Please nerf. Sorry.
I'd bro hoof you if I was in the
eat-
vicinity, Gonzo.
Eat your heart out, Alicorn OCs.
Ooh! Oh,
I would
hug you for that
I would
one.
say eat your heart out, Yuka Kazumi, but you two probably will never have any idea who I'm talking about, so I'm just gonna shut up.
Okay.
With a grin to herself, she flew towards Tirek and had him in her sights within seconds. Oh boy.
Oh dear.
Ah, I see you've returned to your senses, Princess Twilight. Now give me your magic! Tirek followed up his growl with another glowing ball of golden energy. He fired directly at Twilight, who effortlessly knocked the projectile away with a single sweep of her foreleg. Oh my goodness!
Damn!
Into the sky it shot, where it exploded after another second. With a great roar, Tirek charged up another wave of energy and fired a continuous beam at Twilight, who powered right through it as if it weren't there at all. T-Rex's eyes widened at the sight of the purple streak drawing closer from inside the goal. He fixed his gaze upon a small red blip at her chest. What is that? It can't be!
You are going to release my friends right now if you have any desire to live beyond this day.
Oh!
Well,
God
I'm
damn,
fucking scared.
Twilight finished closing the distance, the purple and red trail in her wake. At the end of her flight, she pulled out of her ring and delivered a swift punch to T-Rex's left cheek. The centaur howled, feeling his teeth shatter. His energy beam ceased instantly and his focus broken. The impact knocked him onto his right side, the ground quaking as he landed heavily. He massaged what remained of his caved-in cheek, and spat a glob of blood into a small puddle on the ground in front of him. What is this power? He moaned. He attempted to stand, only to scream with renewed agony as Twilight flew like a lightning bolt onto his back. The sickening snap of a shattering spine thundered over the land. Jesus!
Overkill?
Good God! I didn't think the amulet would corrupt Twilight that much. Jesus fucking Christ.
Okay.
T-Reg released his agony with another ground-trembling roar. When his echoing outcry subsided, he made to say something, succeeding only in adding to the crimson pile growing beneath his head.
Release my friends now! I may bestow mercy upon you if you comply within the next 10 seconds.
T-Reg?
Too short a time!
I would totally surrender everything right now, T-Reg, if you value your life that much. I think Tartarus at this point would be the best thing for you over death.
I think Tartarus seems like a vacation spot right now.
Twilight landed in front of T-Reg and watched his blazing golden eyes twitch. When she lit her horn again, a giant golden candle with a flickering flame appeared between them. The flame blazed high and green. A 10-second timer glowed red in front of T-Rex's eyes, and a laughing, masked shadow wielding a ghostly scythe appeared above his head. Oh my God, Twilight!
When this timer reaches 0, your soul shall depart from your body.
Huh?
You will spend an eternity in Tartarus,
in constant, searing pain, knowing that you are stripped of the one thing that gave you any semblance of power.
Holy fuck, dude!
She's not fucking around. Seriously, just let them go.
That
I must quote this too. Go ahead and say this.
I thought it was lost eons ago.
I was gonna say this for a riff. Oh, pitiful shadow lost in the darkness, bringing torment and pain to others. Oh, damned soul wallowing in your sin. Perhaps it's time to die.
Where did you get this?
Hell, girl.
Oh my.
I love that anime. Keep going.
Might check it out.
Okay, onwards. Twilight's eyes flashed scarlet again as they bored into T-Rex.
My friends, in exchange for your pathetic life and possible recovery.
I cannot help them now. Huh?
What?
Excuse me?
Oh, I don't like that tone. The words came from T-Rex's mouth in a jumbled, barely coherent whisper. They have already met with their own fate. His eyes twitched before moving to the side.
Here's my question to you, Tirek. Care to meet yours?
Twilight followed the motion and flapped over T-Rex's head. Her heart leapt into her mouth. Oh boy.
That was improvised, by the way.
Before her lay the broken, beaten, and scarred bodies of 5 ponies, a dragon, and a Draconicus. Oh my god, he killed them!
Jesus! Well, so much for the box!
You done fucked now.
Rarity's mane had been sheared off along with half of her head. Fluttershy was missing 2 of her legs. Spike had an impossibly large hole drilled right through his chest.
Fuck!
Discord had been strangled, tied into double knots, and pulled taut. The rest of her friends resembled nothing more than shattered porcelain dolls, an ever-increasing flow of red growing from under them.
Oh my fucking god, they killed him!
Jesus Christ, he killed the elements of harmony, dude! And the spirit of... And the fucking spirit of chaos!
Jesus, so much for that box being useful now if 5 of her friends are fucking dead! Duck and cover! We're going nuclear!
Oh, hey, B, Gonzo, it's that fucking sound again.
What? Wait, what sound? Oh, fuck! Okay, why don't we try to push forward against our, better judgment?
Yes, Twilight's heart stopped. The amulet's glow receded from her eyes. In a minute that contained an eternity, she could do naught but stare at the remains of her friends.
No. I wasn't fast enough to stop him. I couldn't save them.
Damn it, Zecora, you took too damn long!
Twilight closed her eyes and breathed the deepest, longest breath of her life. Oh boy. Cold fury ran through every line and scratch of her face and body. Her eyes alight and scarlet once more, she flapped up to Tirek and lit her horde, engulfing his body in her bloody aura. She turned him around slowly to face her and blinked. The candle blazed higher and brighter while the shadow's cackle increased in pitch. The hazy red numbers in front of the broken centaur's eyes began to count backward. 10.
You have taken everything from me, you monster!
8. 8?
Never again will you know freedom or respite from excruciating agony!
5?
I guess it's skipping a bit.
In the name of the former bearers of the elements of harmony, the Lord of Chaos, and my #1 assistant,
2.
I sentence you to an eternity of suffering and solitude.
0.
Go to hell, Tirek.
Damn!
Ooh. The shadow swung its scythe through T-Rex's head. A piercing scream echoed all over Equestria upon Death's extraction of T-Rex's soul. Amid the seemingly endless howling, Twilight banished the tyrant of destruction to the bottom of Tartarus. A candle shimmered and wavered from Twilight's sight. The flame blazed with the intensity of the noonday sun before emitting a flash and vanishing. Death waved to Twilight with a skeletal leer and disappeared. Twilight exhaled and stood in place for a full minute, her head toward the ground and her eyes leaking unceasingly. A small puddle had gathered at her hooves before she trotted slowly back to the remnants of her friends' bodies. Saying no words, she lit her horn for the final time. Her blazing aura grasped all the pieces and converged them into a single pile. With a drawn-out cry that pierced Elysium above, Twilight raised her head and incinerated the pile. Within seconds, ash was all that remained. There was no breeze to blow the ashes away. Twilight lowered her head and stared at the extinct funeral pyre. After shedding a final tear, she disappeared in a flash.
Shit. It's painful.
God damn it. Too soon.
But 2 weeks later...
Every unicorn, Pegasus, and Earth Pony in Equestria gathered in Canterlot Square. They murmured amongst themselves, wondering why they had been summoned to the central seat of power together. Have the princesses returned?
Did they defeat the brute that stole our magic?
What's going on? The sound of trumpets filled the air, willing the masses to fall silent. From atop the royal balcony, Princess Twilight Sparkle addressed the apprehensive crowd.
Citizens of Equestria!
Twilight announced in her royal Canterlot voice. Oh, somebody's been taking lessons from Luna.
Wow.
The ground rumbled beneath the civilians' hooves.
The tyrant of destruction, Tirek, has been defeated and re-imprisoned within the depths of Tartarus.
The tribes all stamped and cheered together as one.
However, it is not all good news.
Huh?
Though he has been sentenced for his crimes, he also took your magic with him.
Huh?
There is no way to reclaim it. I am truly sorry.
Well,
Can you
we're
run that by
fucked.
me again?
Okay, long story short, they're fucked.
Oh, great. Wait, I would have thought that if the magic would have returned with T-Rex, well, let's face it, death.
I mean, yeah, when they had their rainbow power, when they sealed them away, all the magic was brought back.
Yeah.
But they had friends.
Mhm.
Yeah.
True that. Our magic is gone? Forever? What about our cutie marks?
The weather!
The crops?
Despite this unfortunate setback,
Twilight continued.
there is another solution. The three princesses each bestowed their magical power upon me before Tirek banished them all to the Great Pit. I will remain to raise the sun and the moon every day. My magic is great enough to generate Equestria's winds, manage its weather, even grow its crops. In short...
Something tells me this is not going to end well.
No, it's not going to end well. We're screwed.
She frowned as the masses began to hiss and stamp her way. Oh, crap. Earth ponies threw various fruit in the castle's direction, though without their strength, they were unable to land anything near their target. But Twilight persisted.
Missed me. Sorry, I had to say that.
Y'all missed me.
In short, I will be responsible for the continued prosperity of Equestria. With the power of the four princesses and my Alicorn amulet, I will guide Equestria to a new time of peace. Nothing will ever threaten you again, my little ponies.
I got a bad feeling about this.
I don't have any feeling at all.
Seconds pass. The uproar's volume reached new heights. Crap.
What is wrong, my subjects?
Uh-oh. As the Alicorn amulet around her neck glowed, her eyes matching its striking intensity, Twilight spread her wings, lifting her into the air. Try that again. Her royal voice boomed over every pony in the square. Hooves reached up to nurse their shaken owner's ears.
Are you not appreciative of what I've done for you? Do Do you not care that I saved you all from a horrible future?
You could have tried to regain their magic or some shit.
All of Canterlot Square lapsed into silence. For a long while, no pony spoke. Then, Princess Twilight? Where are Princesses Celestia and Luna? And when are they returning? Twilight's ears twitched. She narrowed her gaze at the lone stallion who, for even a single second, dared to challenge her will. A red aura enveloped him, driving his eyes to flick rapidly in all directions while he spluttered uselessly in Twilight's grip.
Now, hear me, every pony. For these next words will determine whether you live.
The hapless unicorn's limbs all flew apart, painting members of the crowd with his vile liquid. Jesus!
Or die. There is only one princess in Equestria now!
She set the remaining torso of the shredded stallion back on the ground.
And that princess is me!
She's gone mad.
Insane!
She retreated into the throne room and slid the door closed behind her, smiling as the quadruple folded glass muted every pony's screams.
Yes, I will be the princess that Equestria needs. The only one!
The glow surrounding the amulet in her eyes vanished while she sagged against the door. Tears began to pool on the floor as the ultimate Alicorn buried her face into her forehooves and sobbed. The end.
Damn.
Damn.
Mm-hmm.
I like that story.
Yes, as do I. What an interesting read. First time grimdark, that's pretty good.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.